one of the biggest questions I get from clients is like, what's the best macro split to do? And that's seriously just going to depend on your kind of training, how much you're training, what else you're doing in the day. So if you think about the function of each of the different macronutrients, so macronutrients are literally just the different nutrients that give you energy. So it's protein, carbs, fats, and alcohol. Yes, alcohol does count. But they're the ones that give you energy, and they function kind of differently. So you've got your carbohydrates, and I'm going to use my favorite analogy. And carbohydrates are basically like paper on a fire. So your body's the fire. So paper, it catches really fast, it lights super high, and it gets you to those super high intensities. So it just doesn't last long. So it gives you that big burst, but then it like diminishes pretty quickly. So it's like great when you're exercising because it'll get you there. But yeah, when you're just like laying low for the day, you're probably not going to be working at those high intensities. So I guess you don't need as much of it then. The next fuel on the fire is almost like logs. So protein are like logs on the fire. So basically they catch after carbs and they just burn nice and steady through the day. They just keep the fire going. So I like placing protein at regular intervals. It also keeps you full. It's a bit slower to be digested in your belly. And it also helps stimulate maximum muscle synthesis too. So if you have certain amounts of it, so 20 grams roughly every 3 to 4 hours, that's what we know kind of promotes that maximum muscle synthesis. That's a side note. Fats are the next one. So they basically burn like coals on the fire. So they just will literally burn low and slow forever. So when you are laying low, your body is using more of those fats as a fuel source versus the carbs. But fat's also incredibly calorie dense. So you actually don't need like big chunks of them to keep you going. You just need little bits. They're also important for hormone health too, as a side note as well. And brain communication, all of that stuff. So don't skip out on fats. Don't skip out on any of them. They're all really important, but all for different reasons. So basically what I'll do if I've got a client, I'll map out, we spend a lot of time actually going through what their training program looks like. So we'll map out every single day, what exactly they do on different days. And we'll basically pop in the carbs when they're really active. And then if they're, depending on their goal, but say they're looking for weight loss, it'll be when they're less active, that's when we'll strip the energy away. So a lot of my clients say that they, even though they're losing weight, they still feel like they have lots of energy, and that's because we've basically targeted the macros at the right time. So rather than just going for like a 30-30 split or a 20-40-60, that doesn't add up. No, not at all. Anyway, rather than doing the splits, I'll basically just be timing it properly. And then I will look at the split overall and be like, yep, sweet, works for me. So that's kind of my approach to macros. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Cheers.